Hi honeys, welcome back. It's me, Jenny. How is everybody doing today? I'm excited because I have a DIY project for you guys today. So one of my friends were asking for me to do a DIY project for her. She has this last minute dinner that she has to attend to next week. She's super busy at work. She doesn't have any time to go to the store and buy something, and she asked me to do sort of like a nice small little gift that she can bring with her to dinner. So I'm going to show you guys how to make this really simple last minute gift. Okay, so now what you need for this project is you need a mason jar. Anything that's, you know, glass that's see-through will be perfect. Keep in mind that the bigger your jar is, the more you're gonna stuff inside your jar. So you don't want your jar to be like gigantic. You want it to be like a decent size where you can put some good things in here, but not make it like over huge. You know what I mean? You also going to need a little burlap. I have this burlap that I bought at Target last year, and I thought it would be perfect to like kind of hold the gift in. You don't need a burlap, to be honest. You can basically use any kind of fabric, like a cheesecloth fabric would be perfect. Just cut the size of what you need, wrap it around your jar, and that's perfect. So you don't need actually a burlap, but I do have this and I am going to use it. I am also going to be decorating the bag, but I'm going to do that in like a second segment. I'm not going to do this in this video because it's going to be like way too much. But I do have some things here that we're going to be decorating our little burlap with, okay? But that we'll do that on the next video. Let's concentrate on the gift that we are going to create. So again, a mason jar is what you need. You also are going to need some really simple household things that I'm sure we all have. Again, you guys know me. I like it simple. I don't like complications. I like to make my projects very easy. Go into your cabinets, try to find any dry ingredients that you have. I found some granolas that I've been having, and I love these granolas. That's perfect. I also found some of these caramel macchiato little candy corns that I'm also going to include in this project. I have some raisins. I have gold raisins, and then I have, you know, regular raisins that I'm going to include in this project as well. And then I have some crunch and munch that I have in here that I'm going to include in this project as well. So basically, go into your cabinet, look and see what you have. Peanuts will be an awesome item to use. I thought I had peanuts, but I think my husband finished it, so I couldn't find it. But yes, peanuts will be awesome. Like different kinds of nuts will be perfect. Obviously, make sure that the person who you are giving this gift to is not allergic to peanuts, because then it really wouldn't make any sense to give them a gift with a whole bunch of peanuts and happens to be that they're allergic to peanuts. So if you want to be on the safe side, then maybe like a mix of candies will probably be better. Okay, you can also do popcorn. You can, you know, do some popcorn in the microwave. You can sprinkle on some cinnamon, and you can let it like sit for a little while, and then you can also include that in your project. It's very simple. Okay, so what you're gonna need for this project, obviously make sure your hands are clean, or you use gloves, you know, however, whatever you want to do is fine. You're gonna have a little bowl, okay, big enough that you can mix everything in. Okay, so I'm gonna mix in my granola bar, or granolas, not bar, granolas in here. Okay, and this is when I say make sure that your jar is not as big and gigantic, because then the bigger the jar is, the more you're gonna need to fill in your jar. Okay, so just make sure that your jar is not gigantic, okay? And if it is, then make sure you have enough ingredients to fill the jar. You're just gonna go in here and you're just gonna add stuff in here, okay? You're gonna add some granola. You're gonna add some of this fabulous macchiato little candy corn, which is like obviously my favorite, and they're delicious. You're gonna have some raisins. Add some raisins in here. Raisins are awesome to add, okay? By the way, don't throw out these little boxes. We're gonna make ornaments out of these boxes for Christmas. Haha. One of my Christmas segments. Now you know. Okay, I'm gonna add more raisins in here. Okay, and then we are gonna use a nice big spoon, and we're just gonna mix this deliciousness together. Now, the more you put in here, the better, obviously. I would have loved to have put some nuts in here, but I don't have any. But if you have nuts, please feel free to put some nuts in here. You could even put some marshmallows in here, like mini marshmallows would be perfect. You can really put anything that's dry, perfect. You can even go for like dry fruits like cranberries. You can go for prunes. I mean, the ingredients that you can put in here is basically like endless. You can do whatever. So once you do that, okay, you're gonna get your clean mason jar, and you're just gonna empty this in your mason jar. Now, I like to make myself a little bit like, I don't know, I like to always do like special things. So I'm gonna layer the bottom of my mason jar, and I'm gonna put some of these candies first, just because I think it looks pretty, and it gives like a really nice presentation. So I'm gonna just kind of like layer this in the bottom. Those 2 are from me, 3 is from me. Anything that falls outside of the jar is mine. Ha ha ha. Okay, see, so you have like a nice level of candies in here, as you can see there. I don't know if you can see, but I can't really. You have a nice level of candy, because that's gonna help you kind of like make your little mix grow a little, okay? So that's a nice idea. If you want marshmallows, you can actually put marshmallows out here as well too. Okay, so you're gonna go in with this mix of deliciousness, and you're gonna just pour it in your jar, okay? This is such a fun project to bring to like a Thanksgiving dinner. I just love it. It is so beautiful and it's so appropriate. The colors are so lovely, and it's just really, it looks awesome. Okay, see? There you go. Now you have yourself a mix of deliciousness. Let's put this on the side. Let's eat this one, and let's eat this one. Put your jar in on, and look at that. How pretty and gorgeous this presentation of nice jar full of delicious stuff is in here. Okay, I love it. Okay, so now we're gonna work on the top of our jar, because we can't just present this like this. We have to make this pretty, okay? So what you're gonna need for the top of your jar, some cheesecloth. I love cheesecloth. I think cheesecloth is an awesome fabric. Love it. You're gonna need felt. You guys know me, I love felt, and felt holds really well. You're gonna get a little piece of felt. Try to get like a you know, not such a crazy color, like maybe black or white or even orange would be great. Even if you get like a brown one, that'll be awesome too. You're gonna get yourself a Sharpie, and you're gonna go around the top, and then you're gonna cut the circle out, okay? Now, why are we doing this? Okay, I'll tell you why are we doing this. Make sure you cut the circle a little bit smaller than the actual circle that you traced, okay? The reason why we're using felt is because felt is one of those fabrics that will hold anything. Trust me when I tell you, I am obsessed with felt when it comes to projects, because felt has not disappointed me ever. And when I need a really strong kind of like a secure strong thing to put down, felt is definitely one of those things that I go to. Okay, you could hot glue some of these decorative things that we're going to decorate our jar with, but from my experience, it will fall off. And if you have felt first and then you glue on your little goodies, I'm telling you, it will never fall off. Okay, ever. So we are going to also cut a piece of this cheesecloth. Also do the same thing, just go around and cut. It doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, it could really be just, you know, it doesn't need to be perfect. Actually, the more kind of messy and rustic, the better it is, because it gives it like that rustic look. Okay, so you don't have to be exactly perfect in cutting this. We're gonna cover the lid anyway, so just as long as it's a circle, don't worry about how it's gonna look. Okay, so we're gonna add the felt and we're gonna add this on top. So let's hot glue the felt onto the top. Okay, my hot glue is already ready for me. I have it on. Okay, oops. You see that? It keeps popping out. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Let's do it like this. Make sure you are generous with your felt, okay? Because the last thing you need is for this beautiful topper or lid top to fall off. You don't want that. That would be very embarrassing, okay? We don't want that. So just make sure you have a generous amount of hot glue on your top. Okay, your top is going to give your gift such a wonderful presentation that you really don't need anything else. Okay, now we're going to add our cheesecloth that I have here, okay, onto our felt. You just need like a little bit of hot glue. You don't really need a lot for the cheesecloth. The cheesecloth is really a good durable fabric, so I mean, you don't really need a lot. Okay, now I purposely left the gold around the lid to show, because I want that rustic look to show, right? I want that to show. I don't definitely want my white felt to show, so make sure you cover your felt completely. Okay, okay, so now we are ready to decorate our top. I have here some of these cute little pines cones. I mean, these are so cute. I love these. They're tiny, they're gold. I got these at Michael's a few years ago, really. And then we have some more of these lovely ones right here. We have some fake little I don't know, folk flowers here. And then I forgot to grab it. Give me 1 second. Sorry, I forgot to grab this. I had this in the other room. And then I have these little mini little pumpkins that I'm going to also add on top of my jar. Okay, so very quickly, let's get this mixture together. Okay, you don't need too many little mini pumpkins. You just need a few. Okay, and these are very scented. They're like scented mini pumpkins. So can you imagine how fantastic that burlap is going to, like, the scent of it is going to be? Oh, amazing. Okay, so let's just layer this down how we want to. Okay, we don't have too much space because our lid is kind of tiny, so just make the best that you can out of the space that you have. Okay, maybe we can do something like, I don't know, like this. Whatever you do, just make sure that the arrangement that you have on your jar is what you want, because once you start gluing this down, it's going to be very difficult to unglue. So just make sure that you are okay with what you see, okay? Maybe we'll do something like this. And then we can do the little mini pom-poms around it. Maybe we can just do one, and then one, and then little mini pom-poms around that. How about that? Okay, so I think I like that. I'm gonna hot glue this in an angle, okay? Because I kind of want it to be in an angle, just like that. Okay, I want this to be in an angle. Just make sure you're generous with your glue. Okay. And then I'm going to hot glue this really adorable, the opposite way. Okay, just like that. So far, you see how that's coming out? And now I'm gonna get some of these little tiny folk little circles. Probably like 3, maybe 4. Okay. And I'm gonna start gluing down these little mini pumpkins. I just love these pumpkins. They're so cute. I seriously love them. They're so adorable. Some of you guys asked me where I got these from. I got these at Michael's when they had their like Thanksgiving or like their fall items on sale. I didn't really see a lot of these left. I think they went pretty quickly. And I have been gone to different kinds of Michael's because I know a lot of people want them, and I've been maybe wanting to get some for some people, but I have not seen these. So these are very difficult to find. So I was so happy that I was able to grab what I had, or what they had at that time. And I really didn't know exactly what I was going to use these for, to be honest with you. I just grabbed them because I thought they were so cute, right? Okay, so let's get some of these little circles and let's just sporadically add them in here. Maybe on this side. And then we're going to probably add another one maybe on this side right here. Oops. Okay, we could probably add another pumpkin over here. What do you think? Maybe a smaller one so we can squish it in there. And you see how easily this little simple gift has turned out? It just looks so pretty and unique, and I just love the presentation on it. I think it's just a wonderful, wonderful, pretty gift that you can bring to somebody. If they are a crafty person, they would definitely appreciate it. And they know that you spend time putting this together, and they'll love it. Trust me, they'll love it. Sometimes it's not what kind of gift you give somebody, but I think more of, you know, how you're presenting the gift to this person. And if you put a lot of thought and love into it, and you have the right friends, trust me, they're going to appreciate this, okay? So look at how pretty this simple top turned out, guys. Do you see that? Look how gorgeous this simple top turned out. And then what I like about it is they can open this up, okay? You can have your fantastic goodies, okay? And then you can close this top, and they can definitely display this jar on top of like a table, on top of like a counter. I mean, really, it's awesome. Sorry. I love it. Okay, so I'm sorry, that's so rude. I'm talking with my mouth full. So we finished doing this awesome gift, okay, in no time. So I wanted you guys to have an idea and just think about, you know, things that you have around the house and how you can put it together. And I'm telling you that it will work out perfectly fine. This is just such a beautiful, beautiful gift. It's so simple, but it's pretty. Now, if you want to decorate the jar around it, we can most definitely do that. I personally love using like you know, just a twine or like rustic looking things. So I have this like that twine that I am going to probably use to cover the front of this jar. Now I'm not gonna do much because we already have a lot going on here. So what I want to do is I want to find the back of, see, this is a little, see the little back right there? That's where the label of this jar was, and I just peeled it off. I'm gonna hot glue a little bit of that right there, and I'm gonna go around this jar about 3 times. Okay, I'm not gonna go around it too much, roughly 3 times. A little small dab of glue. You're gonna use your whatever you're gonna use. You can use ribbon, you can use twine, you can use whatever you want. And I'm gonna go around it about, I would say, I don't know, whatever you, however you want. I'm gonna go around it probably 3 or 4 times. Okay. And just make sure that the front looks how you want it to look. Okay, so I think 3, okay, 4 times. Let's do 4 times. Can probably be okay. You can even cover the whole jar all the way down, and that would also look fabulous. But I did only 4 times because I don't want to really cover the entire thing. You're going to take your hot glue and you're going to add a little bit dab of glue. Remember that you're going to cut your twine where you started, okay? You don't want to cut this in the front because then that's going to look really ugly. So just cut it exactly where you started. See how I started it right here? So I cut it right here, okay? And you're going to secure that with some more hot glue, making sure that that is not going anywhere, okay? And then your front is going to look something like this. You see that? On the front, I have this little tiny pine cone cap that I kind of like, see, this is the pine cone. I kind of like, oh, this is too, it's blurry. This is the pine cone. I kind of like yanked it out and kept a little tab. So I use this little, I'm going to use this little tab to put it in the center of my jar. Okay. And I'm just going to go right there. Where's the back? This is the back, this is the center. Okay, so I'm going to put this in the center of my jar. Actually, you know what we're going to do? Let's add a little piece of felt in here, because I noticed that if I put some hot glue in the center of this, see, if I put a hot glue in the center, chances are, yes, the hot glue will stick, but any like banging or movement, it will probably chip off. So I'm going to use a little tiny felt, okay, just to stuff in my little tab. See, just stuff it in there. So just cut out a little tiny felt, and that's going to give it kind of like a cushion. See that? It's going to give it like a cushion, and then you're going to definitely have more security on not falling off. Okay, I'm going to do another circle. So I'm going to do double layer because that little hole is pretty deep. Okay. Okay, so let's add some hot glue in here, and let's add, well, actually let's add some hot glue in the felt, and let's add the felt in here, just like that. See that? And we're going to do the same thing with the other piece of circle that we cut out. There you go. See that? And then this way, when you put this on your jar, it has something to hold. You don't run the risk of it falling anywhere. Hot glue. Okay. And then we're going to add this to the jar. Hold that for a few seconds. And there you have a nice presentation for your friend in no time. See that? How beautiful did this jar come out? And we did this in no time. Now that is a presentation that I would love to receive from a friend of mine, that they made this with their hands with so much love, and it looks so rustic and so pretty. I absolutely love it. All right, honeys. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope this gives you like ideas on to do like a last minute DIY project. I thought this is just a perfect DIY project for someone who doesn't have enough time to go to the store and they want to come, you know, they want to bring something with them to their event. This would be perfect. Maybe something like this with like a bottle of wine will be just a perfect match. All right, honeys. All right, I hope you guys like this video. I'm gonna also do now a video showing you how I'm going to decorate the bag that I'm going to put this in, just to complete this present. And yeah, so make sure you guys stay tuned for part 2, okay, honeys? Let me know what you guys think about this fantastic little DIY gift. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you back in a few minutes for part 2. All right, loves? All right, bye.